So today is day 9 of the 100-day challenge, and again, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm a bit tired still. I didn't get a good night's sleep last night. For some reason, I can't sleep unless I've drank the juice of 2 lemons. If I haven't had that, it's like I've not took my sleeping tablets or something. I can't sleep at all. So I went to the shops today. I forgot to get them, so I'll have to remember tomorrow. But yeah, I've been sticking to all the key points of the 100-day challenge, like, you know what I mean? And just making sure I stick to everything, which I have done this far. I'm gonna make sure this time I get it all the way through to day 100, So yeah, just I have to. The only things bugging me is restless nights of sleep, But as long as I get me lemon juice, I'll get that tomorrow. Make sure I have that every night, then I should be all right. But as for today, my thoughts for today, what I'm thinking about, I've been seeing I've been watching these people talking about the Islamic religion and all this, and there's all these attacks going on in the world, and there's you've got these Islamist attacks. It's always on the news, like, oh, this immigrant did this, or this person did this, and the woman in Bradford with a pram got stabbed and that, and there was someone else. There's like every day or something. There's some story in there, and then it's all about Islam. But if this is reflection of all Muslims, if you look at Gaza now, at Gaza, you've got people there, kids who's like skeletonized. You know what I mean? They are literally dying of starvation and that. I was watching videos on there today, and they're going back to their old house, and it's all been bombed and all that, and it's all just rubble and that, and they don't look threatening at all. You just have to open your eyes and have a look at it. That looks to me like they're being punished, they're being exterminated almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's always the same people, the perpetual victim, who they can do anything they want to anyone. They control the media. They control. I'm not even going to say who they are. I don't need to. They control the media. They control the television. They control everything. They're in. They've got their claws into the government of nearly every top country. You know what I mean? All the major players of countries on this crappy world scene how it is at the minute. They have their claws in there, and they're pulling the strings basically. So I don't want to say who it is, but they're the perpetual victims. They know that everything. It's a complete crime to even discuss things that have happened to them and ask obvious questions about how did people attempt to exterminate an entire race of people when they're trying to use methods like poison gas in a room with wooden doors. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no seal on the door. How did the gas not go out and kill the people who's putting the stuff in, And what about the people? Then you've got to pull all the bodies out of. Well, I'm not saying it did happen or didn't happen. I don't know. But I want some questions: is how did they then take all the bodies out? If someone was in America where they used the cyanide gas in the gas chamber, that had to be flushed out. It had to be in a metal chamber and a sealed door. Like, it's extremely dangerous. And there has to be the people had to go on with suits and that. They can be that gas. Any clothing you've got on, or your hair or anything, it get trapped in there. It only takes a little bit. You've got to breathe in. That's all it is, and you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, they apparently had thousands and thousands of bodies piled up in a room. They just went in and pulled them all out, one at a time, through one door, which would obviously be very difficult. If you've got thousands of bodies in a room, you've got to pull them out through this one door. Then it's extremely labor intensive. If you are serious about doing it, this is what your intentions are, is what they say it was. I don't have to say anything what it was. If you know history, you know what their intention supposedly was. Then to do it in that way, so you've got to put them all in, you've got all these people stacked up in one room, and then you've got to drag them out one at a time through this door, all the while where they've got gas trapped between them and all this cyanide gas the smallest bit of it can kill you, yeah, extremely labor intensive, and not a very logistically, it just doesn't make sense to do it like that, not at all, but what's interesting is now these same people are doing things like that, what you're seeing there in who these crimes were supposedly perpetrated against. These same people are now committing these crimes on God knows what else, There's a lot of strange things going on in the world, you know what I mean? But I mean, they talk about things going on in the world like all that stuff back then in them days, with people piled up and whatnot from breathing in a toxic gas. But I mean, for all you know, there could be things that are going on right now as we speak, and you wouldn't even know about it. You know what I mean? How do you know they're not doing stuff like that stuff in that country now? But anyway, on to a different subject. I felt up this morning like I had a little bit of a cold and a bit of a cough. I never got my COVID vaccine, but I refuse to get mine. I'm just paranoid about stuff like that. I'm not nothing against it or anything. Like, everyone's each to their own, but I certainly wouldn't take nothing that they rolled out like that. But there you go. But anyway, yeah, I'm sticking to this 100-day challenge this time. I'm going to make sure I stick to it, and just keep going, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to keep this going for a little bit longer, but yeah, the main issue I'm having at the minute is just making sure I get a full night's sleep. I've got an absolutely horrendous mattress to sleep on. As I say, I'm applying for, I've literally applied for now. It's got a big cop pulling up to about 100 jobs just this month, and yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I can't, the mattress I've got is absolutely, it's better than nothing. Like, obviously, good sleep. I might actually be better to sleep on the hard floor, to be honest. I might actually soon have to start doing that, because it's I only bought it about a year ago, but all the springs are gone. All the springs are gone on this mattress, right in the middle. So I like to sleep on my front, and as I'm sleeping on my front, the middle of your back dipped right in, your head's up and your feet are up, so you're creased up in the middle, you know what I mean? So it's extremely uncomfortable. But when I finally do get some work, should hopefully be something coming soon. It's supposed to pick up this month. I remember it did a couple of years ago for someone I knew who was applying for jobs at that time. But yeah, hopefully that picks up. And first thing I need is a washing machine. Second thing, a mattress. That's another thing I'm having to do now. I'm having to go every week and do all my washing at the laundrette because the washing machine's broken. So yeah, but still though, don't let any of these things get in the way, I'm still going to complete the 100-day challenge, stick to my goals, and not let these little negative things affect me, you know what I mean? You can't allow that to be an excuse to say, oh, well, now this has happened, so I'm now going to revert back to old ways, the bad ways, you know what I mean? You've just got to plough on and keep going. Do you know what I mean? with your goals, you know. Don't just say, oh no, this has happened to me, oh my washing machine's broken, I'm not getting a good night's sleep in my mattress, therefore I'm, you know what, it's not the right time to do this 100-day challenge and all this type of thing. It's like, no, I've started it and that's it, I'm going to stick to it. And I hope if you're doing the challenge, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing the challenge, you don't give up and you do the same. God bless, good night.